there everyone, this is my guide to playing Nocturne. Big shout out to Nocturne Deluxe. I've been watching his videos at night and I was just telling him about some of the plays that I've been making and the build that I've been doing. Also another guy commented on my YouTube channel that they're very interested in my guide, so I just thought I'd show it. So this is the first guide I've ever made, so apologies because it's going to be all over the place. So we see here straight away they invade it, which often happens, and when players just face check. This is silver ELO, so yeah, there you go, these things happen. I'm just going to put up my let me see, it's A, and put up the scoreboard. Okay. So the runes I'm running for this is the Electrocute, the Sudden Impact, Eyeball Collection, and Ravenous Hunter for the speed. And then critically what I do is I run the Alacrity and the Coup de Grace from, I think it's the Precision tree, I'm not exactly sure, the yellow one. And what this gives me is 7%. The Coup de Grace gives me 7% initial burst, and with the reduction in the various items and nerfs, the Blade of Draktar went from 320 to 200. This is actually a critical part, in my opinion, of Nocturne's build. So I'm just going to go forward here, speed this up a little bit. As you can see, I'm just doing this clear, which is pretty standard. I'm not under any threat from Trundle. If I am under a threat from a Lee Sin, what I generally do is do my leash side and then go immediately to the buff to get it, to make sure that I get that. And this is something that a lot of people don't do, but I place a lot of value on. I immediately go top and place a ward if possible to also cover the gank. I always do that for my top laner. But this shuttle is worth so much gold, and it also gives you vision, so I get 70 gold from that. I get a little bit of experience, but I also place vision there, which is very important for protecting the top lane. Then I go back to farming my jungle, so I go and get the Krug, like so. And I really basically ignore the other players. I go and get the other. That's 140 gold that I'm after getting just from this. It's how I tell if the jungler knows what they're doing or not. So I come down here just to make an appearance. Had to go back in to try and protect him, which is fine. Just have to go back in again, frighten him off. Do some damage, do my fear. He's feared, but I'm too near the tower. Go back again to cover just in case. And this is what you kind of expect from these type of players. Not saying that they're bad or anything, but they just tend to go all in, and that's sometimes way too much. So here I'm back to farming. Now you notice when I'm starting the chickens, I always hit it first, pull them into a straight line, go back into the bush, and then start hitting them. That means you get one free hit on it. It means you don't take as much damage, and that's what it's all about with Nocturne. So I'm channeling back, and that's the first item I get. So this item here, the Serrated Dirk, that is absolutely critical. It means if you're going to gank or if you're going to help somebody out, you're going to do a significant. So you have 10 lethality early and 25 damage. Now a lot of people try and finish their jungle item. I never do, ever. And you'll see the power of it now. Again, go back up here. It's another 70 gold. I collect this so I have enough blue. I see that Nasus has warded. I saw him walking down, so I go up and I clear that out. So top is basically clear now, and I reward again so that he's always covered up top. And just speed up here. See, mid is starting to feed a little bit, but that's okay. I'm not interested in what's going really in the other lanes. It's too early. So again, I go in and gank him. And although he gets away, you can see the amount of damage I did with that item. I also know when to pull back out, which is something else that a lot of players don't do. Now, I farmed the lane here. I'm not interested in really what's going on with mid lane. He's already 2 kills up. I see his build. He's 42. He's behind. I reset the lane. Again, one attack, pulled him in the line, stand on it so I get the extra AD to make sure I get it, and then I attack and clear. I'm watching all the time what's going on the map. I see what's happening there. They're pinging and everything else, but I don't care. I'm just farming because I know the strength of Nocturne will come later. So I just keep farming. I'm not really interested in what's going on. My ult is down. There's really not a lot I can do. So I channel back, and then I finish my item to the blue, and I buy the cooldown boots. Now this is what I do this every single game because I need the cooldown on my overall build, because I'm not picking it up from the spellbook and the transcendence, I think it's called, from the blue. So I'm not getting that cooldown, so I get it another way. But the coup de grace is worth it, and you'll see why. 7% extra damage. So here, so you'll see that's a trundle I'm attacking, and you can see the amount of damage I'm doing to him. I'm still, so I get a double kill off of that, and I have the serrated dirk, and I have that. I don't have my red finished or anything else, but you can see the power of it. So I always take the CS. I don't really care about the other lanes. I don't trust the other players. If they're very good players, then okay, I won't tax the lane. But generally speaking, I tax the lane. I'm not interested in what they're doing, because generally speaking in solo queue, it's up to me to carry the game, or to attempt to carry the game, and generally it works out too. So we'll see what happens. Again, I see all of them there, not interested, farming away, getting stronger all the time. I see, so I skip the jungle and go straight out for this because I see TF is bottom side and he's going to miss any of this, so I push it forward. I make sure we get the tower. He actually dies, but I'm after getting the CS. I also saw that Trundle was down there for quite a while. I usually place a ward there, go up and check, and if his red is there, and then go around and take as much as I can. So I'll go through this quickly. I show up top lane to scare Nasus. I just sit here. It's critical to stop Nasus farming. See Trundle coming, that's grand. You can see the shrooms. They're terrified to move left or right. And I just play on that. So I didn't hit anybody there for sure. I pull out, come back down, get this again. So there's a gank going on top lane, there's nothing I can do. So I just leave it. I go farming. Again I see the top lane. My ult is up. So I have a choice here now whether to go in for this or not. I decide to go into it, I think. Yeah, because I see these coming up. I'm waiting. I go for Nasus. Fear him. Boom. Go in on the other one. So it's going good. I'm 3 for 0. Back to farming. Mid lane. Taking all the CS. I have 113 CS. I have more CS than the ADC at the moment. Every opportunity, go for the CS. I know I'm repeating myself, but there you go. I flashed that because I'm not sure what the situation is with him. When I queued him there, actually, I noticed the amount of damage I did, which started to tell me something. I started looking at his build. So I was going to go back. No, there's farm available. Because it means that every time I go back, I'll be more powerful when I do eventually go back. I attack him there, and you can see I actually kill him. So, go and get my red. Now I used my W there, but I still go in fear. Still auto attacking. He's slowed.
Red team's turret has been destroyed. Red team's turret has been destroyed.
And now we'll see what I get when I go back. So straight away when I go back, my next item is always going to be the Dusk Blade and the Static Shiv, or the parts for the Static Shiv. I get these two because I'm building this into the red, but the Static Shiv is critical, but I leave this. Look at that. That kind of instant death for other players. I mean, that's squishies are now finished. Every time my ult is up, they're dead. So I come up here and I take Teemo's. I don't care. I'm taking everybody's. See the ADC. It's getting destroyed, so I'm just going to have to try and carry this. So here I realise that Teemo's in big trouble and I just leave. Clear the pink. Make sure I get my blue. Ult is back up. In on Nasus. I use my W so that he can't use his slow on me. And he's dead too. So I see Trundle down top. Teemo actually kills him. Now it's time to push this. I always use my Q because it gives me the extra AD, which makes the tower go down quicker. Nasus TP's in. They all start coming top. So obviously use my Q. And back to farming. The Static Shiv really helps. You can see that the clear is huge now. I'm also clearing vision. So I see Trundle and Nasus. I see Xerath, and Xerath has 7 kills, so he's my priority target now. Basically jump on him every time from now on, because he's the one that's dealing the damage. And I leave those to fight, and I clear the mid, and back to farming. And so you have 213 CS. Go in and completely obliterate Xerath. I'm just going to replay that again in slow motion so you get some idea of the power of it. So here I go. He flashes, doesn't matter. Initial, there's the crit. He's feared, he dead. It's so much fun. So there's a fight going on here. I'm going to slow this down a little bit. So I see, go in on Trundle. I just keep auto-attacking because I have crit. I'm doing a huge amount of damage. So I think I flash out of this piece here, yeah. Out of the way. My shield is up. But still, actually no, it wasn't up at that stage. That was the shield from Rakan. So, back I go. And now you see I have Infinity Edge. I completed my
Shut down.
jungle item. Again, straight on Xerath. And your auto attack does damage in a circle with the passive. So you can see that I did some damage there. I'm running after, I think it's Nasus down here. And you can see that I just one-shot him here. Although he's low, nevertheless. Watch, boom, there we go. 619 plus 170. Absolutely destroyed. Bit greedy here, and I know that I want Nami. Again. And Scuttle. Dragon. Get some mana. I see top lane's in trouble. I can't remember what happens here now.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Oh yeah, the two of them teamed up together. Not much I can do against both of them. But I see Xerath again. There we go. Boom. Gone. So he has 10 kills. So he's the one that's going to damage the rest of my team. And if I hadn't farmed and did all this work previously and taxed their lanes and took everything else, he would have dominated the game. Instead, by doing this, I give them a chance. So this guy takes me on. So you can see the damage is just unbelievable. And I kill him. Now, yes, he gets me, but when have you seen a Trundle being killed by a Nocturne? So we'll go through this fast. And that was my first death, so I'm 14-1-1 as you can see with 252 CS. I see Xerath again, yeah. So I'm just slowing it down. So while he's on yous, I attack the Nami. She flashes, fine. I wait for Xerath. He's dead. I start auto attacking. Yeah. Teemo helps me out. And even at this late stage, I go back to farming. I now have the Phantom Dancer, so I have... Actually, if I double click on my character, does it show me? Well, my crit... No, it doesn't show on this, but my crit is 80% at this stage. I have an 80% critical strike chance, but I want it to be 100%. So again, you'll see this gone. Simple as that. And just to show you what it's like in real time. So this is the real time. Come on.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
What I will often do is I will sell my jungle item. Once I get to about 2,000 gold, maybe 3,000 gold, I'll then sell my jungle item and I'll buy another critical strike item. Can't remember the name of it. So here I get away. Very, very low. But I see Teemo. Teemo flashes. Use my Q to get away and he gives up. You can see my health is coming back. Essence Reaver. I use it, get the Essence Reaver, sell my jungle item, and I have 100% crit. So anytime I attack anybody, I'm critically striking all the time. You can see here that the game ends. So I hope you've enjoyed this. First time I've ever done anything like this. As I say, I just play Nocturne. Really like him. Really like being able to get to the back line, which is what I really want to do. Particularly if their ADC is bumping off. But you have to sacrifice the rest of the team and hope that you can carry later on. So you can see here the final scores that Xerath is on 10 for 11. Otherwise he'd have popped off, and he bought Zhonya's too late. You have to use your head and wait until Zhonya's and things like that, so you need other people to initiate and ultimately other people to die before you can go in. But this is how you can carry a game with Nocturne, and there's a couple of videos on my channel that show this and demonstrate this. So hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be putting up more videos, so if you like it, please like and subscribe and whatever. Okay, cheers, bye.